Hi, my name is Zefia with Evolation Yoga, and I'm here with Rohit today, who has been struggling with back problems. He had several back injuries, and because of that is dealing with herniated discs. Rohit has been practicing on and off for quite a while, and after his injuries got recommitted to his practice because he feels that he really benefits from a regular yoga practice. So we're going to go over several modifications for everyone who's dealing with back issues, especially lower back. One of the bigger challenges when you have back issues are forward bends. And especially in a class, the hot series, we do a lot of forward bends with a rounded spine. But all forward bends, in order to make it safe for your back, is that you really need to focus on your core strength and support of your abdominal muscles of your spine. And Rohit has also shared that what was the most beneficial throughout the class and throughout the practice is to really tune in with his breath and count his breath and not hold the postures too long. Sometimes that means coming out of the posture before the teacher instructs that it's over. And also not going to the full expression of the pose. Very often modifications mean doing the posture to, I don't know, 50, 60, 70% of the pose, whatever your degree is that you can do that day. And that might also be a little bit different from day to day, from first set to second set, morning, evening, depending on what else you did that day. The first posture that we're going to show modification for is standing separate leg stretching pose, which is a straight long spine forward bend. And so Rohit is going to start the posture just like everyone else by bringing the arms over the head and then stepping to the side. Turn toes in maybe slightly or maybe just parallel to the floor. And then from here he's going to stretch forward. And while he's doing that, he's really activating all his muscles in the front, in his belly. And he is just going to go to the degree that he can keep a nice straight long spine all the way from the tailbone to his neck. And other people might grab their heels and fold themselves in half, but he's going to get most out of this posture in a place where he can really strengthen the legs, core strength, and create a nice long stretch in the spine. On days that he might feel a little bit better in this pose and he has a little bit more range of motion, he will start putting his hands on the floor and again going to a place where he can really keep the spine long. So sometimes it might mean a little bend in the knees, but at all times really contracting the thigh muscles, strength on the front side body to create space and length in the back side. And then over time, who knows, he might walk his hands closer to his feet, maybe grab the ankles or the toes, but he's not going to do that today. And then, try to come out with a long straight spine again. Another posture that's very difficult when you have problems in your back, like Rohit's herniated discs, is standing head to knee pose. It's the same rounded forward bend as a lot of other postures in the series, but the problem here is that you're also balancing on one leg. It's a very difficult posture to begin with, but especially when you have back problems. So again, key is doing less, not aiming for the full expression of the pose. So Rohit is gonna start really anchoring his standing foot onto the floor and then bringing his left leg up. And right away, he's gonna focus on really sucking the stomach in, abdominal muscles contracted. From here, he can start tucking his chin to his chest and create a little bit of rounding in his upper back, trying to stay away from the lower back. He can start reaching forward, maybe start with the knee, holding onto the knee and trying to create a little bit of rounding and forward bend higher up in the spine. And then maybe he can, when he feels strong and good on a given gaze, then can start reaching forward, arms kind of parallel to the leg, where he creates more rounding in the back, but it's also getting a little bit more strenuous on the leg. And this requires a lot of core strength. And then we're just going to leave it at this modification for this posture and not go any further if you have any problems with your back. So Rohit has shared that one of the postures that is really difficult for his back is the locust pose with the 2 legs. So we're gonna have a look and see what that posture looks like for him. So the locust pose with the 2 legs, he's bringing his legs up and he's gonna come up. And why is this such a tricky posture? Because for a lot of us, it all concentrates right here in the lower back. But we want to find ways to shift the pressure more in the upper parts of the spine. So the things he really needs to focus on is strength in the entire body. So really pressing the hands firmly into the floor, stronger legs, really squeeze the legs together. Think about stretching the legs back. So another thing that Rohit can do instead of the locust pose with the 2 legs up, to get the same stretch in the back side of the legs especially, and working on the strength in the front side of the body, is a posture like downward facing dog. And you can do it by, from here, placing your hands under your shoulders and gently push up. Start with bent knees, come to a cat pose. Yeah, and then from here, push up your knees off the floor and come to a V-shape position. And Rohit might have his knees a little bit bent, but thinking about the heels pressing down towards the floor. What you really want to work on is your hands firmly pressing into the floor, especially the inside of your hands. Really activate the muscles in your arms. And this is a nice way to stretch out your back without having too much pressure just in the lower back, and the same or similar stretch in the back side of the legs as when you would lift your legs up in the air, which can be really nice for releasing the hamstrings. And then come back out by placing your knees on the floor and lay back down. I hope you enjoyed our session today. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website at evolutionyoga.com. Learn about our teacher trainings and everything else that we have to offer at Evolution Yoga. See you next time.